Hi friends, welcome to Cyber Pathshala. Today's topic is operators in Java. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about what are the operators in Java and the different operators like unary operators, arithmetic operators, shift operators, relational operators, logical operators, ternary operator, assignment operator, and some sample programs on all these operators. And as usual, train your brain session and Q&A session. Let us start with what are operators in Java. Operators are the special symbols which were used to perform the operations on given variables or the operands. So here we have an example a plus b. So here the plus is an operator and a and b are called as operands. These are the different type of operators we have under Java: unary operators, arithmetic operators, shift operators, relational operators, bitwise operators, logical operators, ternary operator, and assignment operators. Unary operators. The operator which works on a single operand are called as unary operator, which means so only one operand is enough to perform a operation here. So these are the unary operators like pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement, and positive number, negative number, bitwise complement, not. All these operators are called as unary operators. Now let us discuss on all these unary operators one after the other. So let us start with a pre-increment operator. So let's say you have a variable a equals to 4, and then you have a b equals to plus plus a, which is a pre-increment of a. So in this case, the variable a value will be incremented by 1 first, and then only it will assign the value to the b. So in this case, the b value will be 5. So the increment is happening first. That is the reason we call it as a pre-increment operator. For the same example, let us perform a post increment. So let's say you have a variable a equals to 4, and you have a b equals to a plus plus. So in this case, first the value of a will be assigned to b. After that, the value of a will be incremented. So that is the reason we call it as a post increment. So in this case, b value will be 4. So pre-decrement and post-decrement also works the same way. Pre-decrement. So let's say a equals to 4, b equals to minus minus a. So in this case, the b value will be 3. So the same for post-decrement. Post-decrement, a equals to 4, b equals to a minus minus. So in this case, the b value will be 4. Unary operators also used in positive numbers and negative numbers also. Positive number, let's say plus 5, negative number something minus 9. Next is bitwise complement operator. We also call this as a tilde symbol. So let's calculate a bitwise complement for 5. So the 5 can be represented as 0 1 0 1. So this is a binary representation of a value 5, right? So the bitwise complement for 5 is, so all the binary digits will be inverted, which means all the zeros will become 1 and the ones will become 0. So the bitwise complement for 0 1 0 1 will be, so the first 0 will be converted into 1 and the second 0 will be converted into 0, again 1, again 0. So which is equals to 10. Next is not operator. So the not operator is used to revert the boolean value. Let's say if you have a not of true, so which will become false, and if you say not of false, and which will become true. So next is arithmetic operators. the operators which will perform the mathematical operations like addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, etc. So these kind of operations will be performed by the arithmetic operators. So we have these kind of operators inside arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and then modulus. Let us quickly discuss on all these arithmetic operators. Let's say you have two variables, a equals to 5 and b equals to 2. Now let us perform all the arithmetic operations on these two operands. If you perform addition on these two variables, a plus b, so the value will be 7. So which is an addition of these two variables. Let's say you perform a subtraction on these two variables, a minus b. So in this case 5 minus 2, 3. Let us say you perform a multiplication on these two variables, a into b. So in this case the value will be 10. Let us say you perform a division on these two variables, a by b. So in this case the value will be 2. Let us say you perform a modulus operator on these two variables, a modulo b. So which will be returning the remainder of the variable. So 5 modulo 2 is 1. Shift operators. The shift operators works on a binary digits. Either it will shift the binary digits to the left side or the right side. So these are the shift operators we have: left shift, right shift, and then zero filled right shift. Let us discuss on all the shift operators one after the other. So let us start with a left shift operator. So this left shift operator will shift the binary digits towards the left to the specified number of times. So let us take an example here. Let's say you have a variable x equals to 10, and if you want to left shift this x variable towards to 2 times, so which you can represent using x double less than 2. So which is x will be left shifted 2 times. So let us see how this works out. So the variable x is holding a value 10, and which can be represented in a decimal value like 00001010. So this is a binary representation for a decimal value 10. And if you perform a left shift operator, all these binary digits will be shifted towards left for couple of times. So as we represented here 2, right? So all these binary digits will be shifted towards left for 2 times. So in that case, the most significant bits that we have 0000 will be removed, and the final output will be 001010, and the least significant bits the least significant 2 bits will be replaced with 0000 again. And if you see here, the binary value whatever we have here is which is 10, and the binary value what we got after the left shift is 40. You can just calculate that. So here the value is 40 after we performed a left shift operator on a variable 10 for 2 times. So let us see how the right shift operator works. So this is also similar to a left shift operator, whereas in left shift operator we shifted the binary digits towards the left sides. So whereas in right shift operator we will be shifting the binary digits towards the right side to the specified number of times. So let us take an example here also. So we'll perform the same perform the right shift operator for the same variable x, which is 10, x equals to 10. And if you perform a right shift operator on this x right shift 2, so now if you let us represent the same binary value again here, 00001010. So in this case, so after you perform a right shift operator, the least significant 2 bits whatever you have, right, 1010, so these will be removed, and the most significant bits will be replaced with a 00. So in this case, after you perform a right shift operator, it will become 00000010, so which is equivalent to 2. And before performing the right shift operator, the value is 10, and after performing the right shift operator the value becomes 2. So this is how right shift operator works. So let us discuss on the other shift operator, zero filled right shift operator. So this zero filled right shift operator also works as equal as right shift operator, except there is a slight difference between right shift operator and zero filled right shift operator. So in the right shift operator, so the sign bit will be preserved, whereas in zero filled right shift operator the sign bit won't get preserved, which means, so if you perform a right shift operator on any positive number, you will get a positive number, and if you perform any right shift operator on a negative number, you will get a negative number. Whereas in zero filled right shift operator, if you perform a zero filled right shift operator on any positive number or a negative number, you always get a positive number only. So that is the main difference between right shift operator and a zero filled right shift operator. So let us perform a right shift operator for the same value. So it will be as equal, x equals to 10, and so which can be, now if you perform a right shift zero field right shift operator on x for 2 times, so which will be 00001010, which is a binary representation for the variable x. So after you perform a right shift operator, zero field right shift operator, it will become 00001010. So it is as equal as right shift operator because it's a positive number, whereas in negative number you get a different value. So if you perform a right shift operator or a zero field right shift operator on a positive number, it will be the same. But if you perform a zero field right shift operator on negative number, then only the value will be different from right shift operator. Otherwise both the values will be equal. Relational operators. So the relational operators are used to compare the operands, whether one operand is less than or a greater than, or whether it is less than or equal to, or the greater than or equal to the other operand. So these kind of comparison that you can do with the relational operators. So these are the listed relational operators that we have: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equals to, and instance of. Let us quickly discuss on all these relational operator. Less than operator. So the less than operator will be used to verify whether one operand is less than the other operand or not. In a simple example, if you say a less than b, so here it will be verifying whether the a value is less than b or not. The same with the greater than operator. So here also it will be, this greater than operator will be used to verify whether one operand value is greater than the other operand or not. So we can take the same example here also, a greater than b. Here, so here it will be verifying whether the value of a is greater than b or not, less than or equal to. So here this operator will be used to verify whether the one operand is less than or equal to the other operand or not. So whereas in less than operator it will just verify whether it is less than or not, whereas in less than or equal to operator it will be verifying whether it is less than or equal to the other operand. So in simple example, let's say if you say a less than or equals to b, so here it will be verifying a value is less than or equal to the b operand. So same with greater than or equal to operator as well. We can take the same example here also, a greater than or equals to b. So here the a value will be verified whether it is greater than or equal to the b operand, equal to operator. We can take same example here also, A equals to B. So here the equality operator will verify whether A and B operands are equal or not equal to operator. So here the not equal to operator will verify whether A and B operands are not equal or not. We can take the same example here also, A not equals to B and instance of operator. So this is a special operator. So it will be verifying whether the given instance is a particular type or not. So if you say a instance of xyz, let's say xyz, so here the instance of operator will verify whether the instance a is of xyz type or not. Here the xyz is a class. Bitwise operators. Bitwise operators works on bits and it performs the operations bit by bit. So the three operators that we have is bitwise AND and bitwise OR and bitwise exclusive OR. Let us quickly discuss on bitwise operators. Let us start with a bitwise AND operator. So the bitwise AND operator works on a binary digits 0 and 1. So let us look at the table of bitwise AND operator. So let's say you have two operands A and B, and let us see how the bitwise AND operator performs. So 0, if the A value is 0 and the B value is 0, the A and B will be 0 only. If it's 0 and if it is 1, so the A and bitwise operator on A and B will be again 0. If it is 1 and 0, it will be again 0, and if it is 1 and if it is the B operator is 1 and the A and B will be 1. So this is how the bitwise operator works on each and every binary digits. So let us look at a bitwise OR operator. So let us look at the bitwise OR operator table. Let's say you have two operands A and B again, and let us see how the bitwise OR operator works on binary digits. So if both the operands are 0 and 0, so the bitwise A or B will be 0, and if the first operand is 1 and the second operand is 0, so the A or B will be 1, and if the first operand is 0 and the second operand is 1, and the A or B will be 1, and the first and if both first and second operand both are 1, the bitwise A or B again it will be 1. So now let us look at a bitwise exclusive OR also. Let's just take look at the table here. A, B, A exclusive OR B. So let us look at the examples here. If both the operands are 0 and 0, so the A exclusive OR B will be 0, and if the first operand is 1 and the second operand is 0, the A exclusive OR B will be 1, and if the first operand is 0 and the second operand is 1, so A exclusive OR B will be 1, and if the first operand is 1 and the second operand is also 1, so again the A exclusive OR B will be 0. So the logical operators. These logical operators are used to verify whether the given expression is true or false. And these logical operators are used in decision making. And these are the two logical operators that we have, a logical AND and a logical OR. Let us quickly look at these logical operators. Let us start with a logical AND operator. So let us take an example here. Expression 1, logical AND operator, expression 2. So in this case, the whole expression will be returning true if both expression 1 and expression 2 both returns true. Then only the whole expression will return true. So I'm writing the same here. If expression 1 and expression 2 both returns true, then only the whole expression will return true. So let us look at the logical OR operator. Expression 1, logical OR, expression 2. So in this case, if either expression, like either expression 1 or expression 2, if any one of it returns true, obviously the whole expression will return the true. If either expression return true, the whole expression will be returning true. Ternary operator. So we also call it as conditional operator. This operator consists of 3 operands. That is the reason we call it as a ternary operator, and it is used to evaluate the Boolean expressions. So the goal of this operator is to decide which expression should be executed based on the condition. And the syntax for ternary operator is condition question mark expression 1 colon expression 2. If the condition returns true, the expression 1 will be executed, and if the condition returns false, the expression 2 will be executed. And it is more or less equal to the if else statement that we have in Java. Assignment operators. The assignment operators are used to assign the value of its right operand to the left operand. So these are the basic assignment operators that we have: simple assignment, add and assign, subtract and assign, multiply and assign, divide and assign, modulo and assign, left shift and assign, right shift and assign, bitwise end and assign, bitwise OR and assign, and bitwise exclusive OR and assign. Let us quickly look at a few examples on assignment operators. Let us start with a simple assignment operator. So let's say if you have given a equals to 3, so the value 3 will be assigned to the variable a. So in the same way, if you have given a equals to b, the value of the variable b will be assigned to the variable a. So this is how you can use a simple assignment operator. So like this, we have few other examples like add and assign, subtract and assign, multiply and assign, divide and assign. These are the few other assignment operators that we have. So let us quickly look at a couple of operators here. So let us start with the add and assign here. So let's say you have given a plus equals to 2. So in this case, what it does is, first it adds the value 2 to the variable a and assign the whole value to the a itself. So the above statement can be simply written as a equals to a plus 2. So first it adds the value 2 to the a and it assigns the whole value to the variable a again. So this is how it works, and it works the same way for any other operators also. Let's take a modulo and assign. So if you say a modulo equals to 2, which is nothing but a equals to a modulo 2. So first it performs a modulo on the variable, modulo 2 on the variable a, and the result value will be assigned to the variable a again. Next is train your brain session. Previous session train your brain question is, if 5 cats can catch 5 mice in 5 minutes, how long will it take one cat to catch one mouse? So if you observe here, 5 cats catch 5 mice in 5 minutes, means for one catch also it is taking 5 minutes only. So here the answer will be 5 minutes only. Ramya answered it correctly. Congratulations to you. Today's session train your brain question is, 5 people were eating apples. A finished before B but behind C, and D finished before E but behind B. And what was the finishing order? I'm repeating the question again. 5 people were eating apples. A finished before B but behind C. D finished before E but behind B. What was the finishing order? If you directly come to this video, here we have the complete playlist. Please go through it. If you haven't liked this video yet, please click on the like button. And if you feel this video is helpful, please share it with your friends and family members. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe and please click on the bell icon to receive all the notifications. Thank you.